everyone! In today's video I decided to film a full face using products that were £5 or under. This isn't a new video idea at all. I've seen loads of YouTubers do videos like this before. I know that Tati Westbrook used to do a lot of videos of makeup for under $10. Soph Does Life and Steph Toms I know have done using Poundland beauty products and things like that, but I just thought I would show you the products that I really enjoyed that cost under £5 and show you sort of a mini tutorial. It's just a really quick eye look using all of these products. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to start off with primer, and I'm going to be using the MUA Pro Base Oil Free Primer, and this costs £4 and you can get it from the MUA website and Superdrug. Foundation, I'm going to use the MUA Pro Base Long Wear Matte Finish Foundation. I'm in the shade 102 and you can get this for £5 from Superdrug or the MUA website. I'm just going to blend that out with a damp beauty sponge. So that's given me about medium coverage, but I have a few breakouts, so I'm just going to go in with a second layer, but only on the areas that need a bit more coverage. I really like the finish of this foundation. It looks very natural on my skin. It still gives me good coverage, but it isn't too cakey. And I also find that, at least on my oily skin, it wears really nicely throughout the day as well. So for concealer, I'm going to be using the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, which I think has been redesigned, reformulated. It definitely has new packaging, and I think I saw somewhere that it had been reformulated as well. And I got this for £4.19 and you can get Collection at Superdrug and Boots. So I'm just going to pop a little bit under my eyes and on any blemishes. And then I'm going to blend it out with a damp sponge. I bought a new SPF and my skin is not having any of it, which is really sad because it means I can't use it at all, and I spent £15 on it. Powder, I'm going to be using the I Heart Revolution coconut powder, and you can get this at Revolution Beauty and at Superdrug for £5. up I'm going to do my brows, and for that I'm going to use the Makeup Obsession Brow Goals brow pencil, and I have mine in the shade Ash Brown, and I picked this up for £4 I believe from Boots. But you can also get Makeup Obsession on the Revolution Beauty website. Set my brows in place, I'm going to be using the Collection Incredibrow Brow Mascara, and you can pick this up for £3.99, and I have mine in the shade Brunette 2. Bronzer, I'm going to use the Revolution Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool, and you can get this for £5 from Superdrug or Revolution Beauty. Next I'm going to highlight my face, and for that I'm going to be using the Revolution Beauty Highlighter Reloaded in the shade Dare to Divulge, and you can get these highlighters from Superdrug and from the Revolution Beauty website for £4. So now that the face is pretty much finished, I'm going to move on to my eyes, and I'm going to start by priming them using the Barry M Lid Lock Eyeshadow Primer, and you can pick this up for £4.99. You can get Barry M at Superdrug and at Boots, but I actually think I got this from Sainsbury's of all places. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using one of the e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palettes, and this one is in Very Bad. So I'm just going to start off with this lightest matte shade, and I'm going to pop that through my crease. Then on a different brush, I'm going to run the same shade under my lower lash line. I'm just doing a really simple look. I mean, you're not going to get a very complex look with this palette, but I think it's really good for travel, and the quality of these eyeshadows is really good as well. Then I'm going to take a different brush, and this is kind of like a cross between a fluffy blending brush and a flat shader brush. And I'm going to take the darkest matte shade in the palette, this one here, and I'm going to kind of pop that in my outer corners and then run it on the outer corner of my lower lash line as well. So now I'm going to take the first brush I used and the first shade I used and just run it through my crease again, just to blend out all the edges. I will say there is a bit of kickback with these eyeshadows. They're very soft, but that means you get quite a lot of kickback in the pan, which I don't really care about. And I also forgot to mention that these palettes are £3. £3! I can't get over how like inexpensive that is. I'm trying to decide which shimmer to use, whether to use like the more coppery one or the more pinky one. I think I'm going to go with the more coppery one. I'm going to take that on my finger and pop it onto my lid. Now I'm going to take a sort of dense domed blending brush and I'm just going to pop a bit of that shimmer kind of just below my crease, just to blend it all together. Then I'm going into the same brush I used earlier and into the dark matte shade. I'm just going to intensify my outer corners again. So to finish the eyes, I'm going to take my Collection Lash Surge mascara, and you can pick this up for $4.99. This mascara is really good. It's actually one of my like everyday favourites. Does a really good job of like separating your lashes and adding volume at the same time. It doesn't get like too clumpy. It doesn't smudge onto my like under eyes, which is good. And it's not, this isn't even the waterproof one. I'm going to zoom you guys in. See, that's just one coat. So I think it does a really good job. For my lips, I am going to be using one of the Revolution Velvet Kiss lip crayons. Mine is in the shade Chauffeur, and you can get these for £5. finally, I'm going to be setting my face using the Barry M All Night Long Makeup Setting Spray, and this costs £4.99. So that about wraps up this video for today. A lot of these products I really enjoy and use on an everyday basis. The foundation I use every day. The concealer is one of my favourites. I use the mascara every single day, the blush, the bronzer, the highlight. The only thing that I think I probably won't be using again is the eyeshadow primer. But apart from that, everything else is really good, and I would highly recommend it. And it just goes to show really that you don't have to spend loads of money to find good makeup. So if you enjoyed this video or if you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
Who knows? Because they had some burn injuries. Her injuries were the worst and definitely most bizarre though. There was some soft heart was pumping when her tongue was ripped out of her mouth. I don't want to know any. Which means she was alive when her tongue was removed. No, goodbye. So regardless of...
So